Get up, you little coward! The words sliced through the crisp autumn air, followed by the sickening thud of a foot connecting with ribs. Ethan gasped, clutching his side, his thin frame curling instinctively to shield himself. The pavement beneath him was cold, littered with fallen leaves that crunched under the boots of his tormentors. 3 boys towered over him, their shadows stretching across the ground like specters of cruelty. Kyle, the ringleader, smirked as he nudged Ethan with the toe of his boot. "Maybe next time you'll think twice before showing your face around here, loser." Ethan said nothing. He never did. That was the rule. Keep quiet. Endure it. Survive. A deep rumble broke the silence, the kind that sent vibrations through the ground, making bones hum with warning, the kind of sound that demanded attention. Kyle turned, the smirk on his face faltering as the low growl of motorcycle engines filled the air. The 3 bullies stiffened as a formation of black-clad figures appeared at the end of the street, the golden sunlight gleaming off chrome handlebars. They rode in a slow, menacing line, like predators circling prey, their bikes forming an iron wall between Ethan and his tormentors. Then the engines cut. Silence, thick and heavy, descended over the street. A man dismounted first. He was massive, a walking slab of muscle, with a thick beard and arms covered in ink. His leather vest bore a single patch across the back. The Black Reapers. Ethan's heart slammed against his ribs. The Black Reapers were feared. They weren't just any biker gang. They were legends in the city, men who commanded respect and never backed down from a fight. The bearded giant took a step forward. "Everything all right here?" His voice was calm. Too calm. Kyle swallowed hard, but arrogance is a difficult thing to shake. "Yeah, just teaching this little weasel a lesson." The biker's gaze flicked to Ethan, then back to Kyle. "That's so?" A slow smile spread across his face, but there was no warmth in it. "Funny. Looks to me like you're the ones about to get a lesson." The truth they didn't know Ethan had never told anyone about his father, the man who had left when he was 5, the man who had once ridden with the Black Reapers before vanishing into the wind. But one person had never forgotten Ethan, his father's best friend, Reaper Jake. Jake had watched from afar, never interfering, knowing Ethan had to find his own way. But today? Today had pushed him too far. He had seen enough. Jake's fists clenched as he looked at Ethan, his bruised face, the blood trickling from his lip. The past rushed back in a flood. He turned back to Kyle. "You like picking on people smaller than you?" His voice was low, dangerous. "How about you try someone bigger?" Kyle laughed, a nervous, shaky sound. "We're just kids, man. We don't want any trouble." Jake took a slow step forward. The rest of the Reapers followed, moving like a single force. "Neither does Ethan. But you didn't care about that, did you?" His voice dropped to a deadly whisper. "Run. Now!" Kyle and his friends hesitated for a split second before their survival instincts kicked in. They bolted down the street, disappearing around the corner without looking back. Jake let out a slow breath before turning to Ethan. "You okay, kid?" Ethan nodded, still processing what had just happened. "You knew my dad?" Jake nodded. "Yeah, and he'd be proud of you." He paused. "He made mistakes. But you're tougher than you know." For the first time in years, Ethan felt something other than fear. He felt safe. Jake threw an arm around him. "Come on, let's go get you cleaned up." As the Black Reapers rode away with Ethan at their side, he knew one thing for certain. They bullied the wrong kid, and they would never forget it.